madali kasi sabihin na follow your dreams, ganyan, ganito. Pero sometimes we fail to see the advantage ng ibang tao na nagtagumpay. I mean, may mga taong successful ngayon sa business, for example. And sinasabi nila, hindi, kaya nagtagumpay yan kasi binigyan ng puhunan ng magulang yan o mayaman ng pamilya niyan. Hindi yung discredit to that person na nagtagumpay, pero yung sinasabi ng tao na naging dahilan bakit sila naging matagumpay. And aminin natin, kung ikaw, na negosyante, na binigyan ng 5 milyon ng magulang mo para magsimula ng negosyo, Diyos ko.
Oo.
Diba?
Malaking advantage yun.
Laking advantage yun. Ako may advantage yun kasi ako.
Okay.
Ang advantage ko noon was jobless ako.
Oo.
Advantage yun kasi I'm able to focus solely on the content.
Okay.
Yung advantage yun kasi jobless ako, pero hindi ako nasa-stress na magutom. Kasi okay naman yung family namin.
Oo.
I know for a fact na even if mapasara tong business na to, babalik din siya.
Right.
I mean, yun yung pilit ko sinasaksak sa utak ko.
Oo.
Diba? Pero yun yung nakakatakot din kasi baka hindi totoo yun eh.
Correct.
Hindi na talaga kami bumalik eh, diba?
Correct.
Pero yun yung advantage ko talaga na I was able to eat
Oo.
without actually earning.
Oo.
Palamunin ako sa bahay.
Oo.
And hindi lahat ng tao kaya maging palamunin sa bahay. Naging palamunin ako sa bahay habang tinutupad ko yung pangarap ko. Yun yun. Yun yun. And napakalaking advantage yun. Sobra.
The next question, what do you think are the best monetary goals for beginners to set?
It starts with you understanding how money moves around in your life. You have to have a good control over what comes in and what goes out. So you have to have a sound cash flow structure. So very important. So that's very important. I mean, goals are important, pero the mechanism to get to those goals is just as important. So some goals, number one, there has to be a savings goal. I mean, if you're talking about emergency funds, it's like 3 to 6 months of your monthly spending. So that's one. Second, what are you looking for? What are you preparing? What are your priorities? You want to buy a house when you're 30? You feel like you're going to get married? So these are goals. The more specific it is, the better. And in a way, it kind of motivates you, because you're trying to build on towards that goal. Then when you do that, then you identify what are the instruments do I use for these things.
I sometimes stray away from my goals and I tend to procrastinate. What do I need to do to keep me motivated?
This is the struggle of a lot of professionals, actually. So you're not alone in this. A lot of people struggle with that. What I realize is if the reason why those goals are on your plate is not big enough, then you won't work hard enough. So it may be that the goals are not that big enough for you in your life. It doesn't matter that how you think about it is not big enough. It doesn't matter too much for you. Might be one of the reasons why you tend to procrastinate. Because if it is something that really matters to you, matters a lot to you, and you meditate on it, you think about it, kailan ko ba ito matatapos? Kailan ko ba yung magagawa? What would happen to my life if I actually accomplish these things? Then you do whatever it takes. That's going to be your burning why. Why do I have these goals? Why do I want to achieve that? So that's what we call it, the burning why. If it's burning hot enough, if it's big enough, you're not going to procrastinate.
Sean, I've been watching your leadership stack videos. So I believe everyone can be a leader,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's true.
So what makes a good leader then?
What makes a good leader is when that person is willing to give up his or her life for the people following them. Maybe not like Christ, who gave it all and was tortured to death, but you give up at least part of your life. Honestly, what we're doing here sa leadership stack, wala naman tayong kinikita eh. We don't make money from this. We're not making YouTube ads, money. We're not selling anything in terms of affiliate marketing. Wala naman eh. We're selling t-shirts, that's it. But I don't even sell it every episode. So we take time from all our schedules to work on producing this content. For what? It's for people, at least people in our country, the Philippines, to learn from this, get value out of this, and grow. That's really why we do this. Hopefully, the Philippines someday will have much better leaders in government because one or two of them is, tuned in, subscribed maybe. I don't know. God knows how far this is gonna go and how He is gonna use it, but that is the hope and the vision of leadership stack. So for me, a good leader is someone who has all the creds, who has the resources. Yes, okay. You have it, but are you willing to lay down your life, or at least part of your life, for people who follow you? That for me is a good leader.
I'm in my 20s. How much should I save?
As much as you can. It's as simple as that. As much as you can. I mean, saving is a muscle that you need to build. So, I mean, of course, you need to save for an objective. Pero generally speaking, I'll tell you as much as you save. One of my regrets is I did not save enough when I was younger. You can't undo that. So, second rule is just much. I have this rule about maybe at least 20% of what you make, you save, you set aside. If that's possible. And then you build onto that. If it's only 10% or 5%, you start with that, but you build it. Saving is like a muscle. You have to keep on doing it until you get the group. And you'll be surprised. You realize by the year end, wow, I saved this much. Kesa yung year end, what happened to my money? Di ba yun? What happened to I know, I have years like that. Where did my money really go? So, and all these things. So now, past that already.
Why is managing finances more behavioral based? Why is it behavior? Because whatever you actually do is what is going to be affecting your finances. Why we say it's more behavior based than anything else is because when we say behavior, it's actually what builds habits. And habits are so important because habits are what you do on autopilot. These are things that you don't think about, that you just do. And so a lot of people today, their just do it habit sometimes involves just opening Shopee and Lazada. And, those are wonderful e-commerce platforms. But once you spend time with them unnecessarily and unproductively, you start buying stuff that you don't need. And that's not going to be good for you. It is behavior based. It has a lot to do with your habits, the habits that you build. And so I'd say you have to change behaviors from the mind.
I really think people give me a lot of credit for the things that they think that I did. Pero in reality, hindi naman eh. Like, not to undersell myself. Hindi ganun Pero meron kang project na pinasok. Hindi ba tama lang naman na ibigay mo lahat ng meron ka dun sa project na yun? I think that's only fair. Na gawin mo yung bagay na yun, di ba? And wala akong ginawang special. Wala akong ginawang remarkable. The result was remarkable. Pero that doesn't mean na I was remarkable. I feel like produkto lang ako ng magandang timing. Produkto ako ng matinding tsamba. Pero ang isang bagay na hindi ko itatanggi sa sarili ko na alam kong kaya ko, sobrang sipag ko. Alam ko yan. Hindi ako mayabang sa kahit anong narating ko, nakuha ko, natanggap ko, nabili ko, naipundar ko, pero mayabang ako na masipag ako.
Nakita ko yun. Hanggang 11:30 ng gabi, nagsushoot kayo. Yung energy mo, para ka nakatatlong red horse ng isang oras. Grabe yun, grabe.